Hey guys, so the layer that we poured during yesterday's live has hardened, and as you can see, we knew the pizza was going to rise some and be up above it. So we are now going to add the final layer of resin, let it set, and then we'll come back and remove the pizza from the resin, from the mold, and see how it looks. And then during that video, we will all decide what we think is going to happen. If it's going to hold up or if it's going to not hold up and end up molding or whatnot. So there is a little bit of like white looking film in there, and it's actually grease off of the pepperonis and stuff. So, but it's there. So this is a test. It was a viewer request test. So we're just going to go with it. Okay, so I'm going to mix some resin up. We are still using my art coat, which is ultra UV protected resin, because that's the only resin I had, and this was a viewer request. We're not going to need too much to fully cover the top. So we're just going to make what I'm hoping is enough to cover the top. If I have some extra, we'll add to one of the molds that we've been working on. Filling up in layers. So I'm just measuring out 1 part of each resin and hardener. And it's this resin is Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat with the Ultra UV protection. This resin is a 1-to-1 ratio by amount, not by weight, by volume, I guess is what you would call it, not by weight. So then we're going to add the 2 resins to 1 cup together. Well, resin and hardener. I'll re-glass the hardener out in a minute. Let's get this resin out of here. Super sticky. There's the resin. Let me move this over to the trash bin. Make sure my phone's still recording. The last of the hardener out of here. And we're going to mix our resin and our hardener together. This should be enough to finish fully enclosing the pizza slice. So anybody who's already made up their mind about what they think will happen is welcome to let me know their thoughts. We've already had some people that think it's going to last because it's completely sealed in resin and it's airtight and all this. And then we have people who think that it's not going to last because it's food and it decomposes and molds and whatnot. So feel free to weigh in. If you think it's going to last, let us know. If you don't think it's going to last, let me know about how long you think that it will make it before we start seeing any changes. Again, we're going to check in on this either every 2 weeks or every month and just see where it's at. It's going to stay in my art room, the same room we're making it in. It's going to stay at this temperature. My art room stays pretty much the same temperature year round. I do have heat and AC in here, so I keep it around the same temperature. Okay, so this layer is hardened. And we're just going to add the next layer. Well, the last layer. making sure that the pizza is fully encased. And we're going to have to do some torching to get rid of those air bubbles. I've been surprised lately at how well we've been able to pop the air bubbles. I want to make sure that everything is completely encased. It needs a little bit more. Just right there. I was afraid we were going to have like a lot of air bubbles in here, but it's not been too bad. Mainly we've got a few right up against the pizza and where the grease is. And I couldn't really torch that as much as other spots, just because, I mean, it's food. So we're just going to do that, and then I'm also going to tap it to help some of the bubbles rise. And then we're just going to keep going back and torching it, try and get out as many bubbles as possible. And everything is completely covered and encased now. So we'll let this set up and completely harden, and then we will probably demold this on our next live and see how that goes. So lives are normally Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If for some reason I'm not live Tuesday, either because I'm letting somebody use my channel for another video or something, then we normally make it up on Saturday. So just gonna keep getting these bubbles out, and I'm gonna let you guys go. There's no need for you guys to watch me continuously pop bubbles. I will say that I'm very glad the mold has held up pretty well. I don't see any leaking on any of the sides or around the bottom, so the silicone definitely worked. And I'm hoping that wrapping the cardboard in the contact paper, since it's plastic, I'm hoping that helps for an easy removal from the mold. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys enjoyed.